mouth. They talking slick in the city like they Billy Crystal. Couldn't afford the Applebee's, we had to eat the crystals. And the Mickey D's, and the Burger King. I'm feeling blessed now, just had a mini-me. And I know right now they ain't feeling me. And I know right now they ain't hearing me. And I won't ever stop, I got that energy. They throwing stones, I won't quit this for infinity and beyond. Ain't got no
MLU the show. For men like you, what's going on? MLU. We back.
And this ain't.
Come on, dog. You must be on that coffee.
I'm on that pre-workout.
Oh. I'm a Chico. Hey, bro. Hey, before we even get started, man, I don't know that if you're a regular listener or you're a new listener, man, but if you didn't know, my name is Jason Nelson. It's my co-host. I was gonna introduce you, my boy.
My man.
Anyway, you good? Nah. It's done. You done what you done, bro. It's already we already recording, bro.
We professional.
All right, bro. Let's try to start over again. Okay. What's going on, MLU? I'm Jason Nelson. This is Wante Anthony, and we are one halves of both of the whole MLU. We're gonna work on the intro. We just flow it right there. We just flow. It's one half whole intro, like you have, and I'm the other half.
That boy doing trigonometry.
That boy doing that new math.
That TikTok math.
That boy carrying the one when he's supposed to be subtracting. Hey, don't chill, man. But man, if y'all didn't know, I want to highlight my brother right here. My guy got music. We ain't telling you to go buy nothing. We ain't telling you whatever. But my guy has got a library of bangers. I'ma say so, not just because, you know what I'm saying, he my brother, but because, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I'm a good connoisseur of music. I feel like I got a good taste. Bro, why you laughing, bro?
I ain't laughing.
Bro, you ain't smiling, bro.
I'm just smiling, bro.
What's wrong with my music, bro?
I'm blushing, bro. I'm blushing.
No, that's cap. What's wrong with my music, bro?
I'm blushing.
Bro, let me go ahead and say this, and I ain't trying to start no junk, bro.
Go ahead.
But just because, bro, Drizzy Drake is not one of my top rappers, bro.
Here we go.
It ain't gotta like he just got swept up by a real lyricist, and you know I ain't hear from you for a while. We ain't never talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about it on the pod. We can talk about it after. But you was talking to all this like Drake is greatest artist of all time and all this other silliness, and this cat who just came off the bench literally just mopped this man up. And Drake literally took down all his disses. You know why he did that? Because that's their light-skinned behavior. They ran that man off the block. And you know what I'm saying? We know where Drake stands at there. That's all I'm saying, bro. But man,
I can assure you. Nah, I'm gonna stand on it. I can assure you.
All right, bro.
That Drake is the greatest artist of all time.
Bro,
only other person that who can hold that mantle is Michael Jackson. There's nobody else. And you know what?
Why, bro? So he's a better overall artist than Chris Brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the guy who got next to Michael Jackson is Chris Brown, but Drake is
no artistry, not performer.
So all right, so what all falls into artistry? Songwriting, lyricism,
everything,
singing. So let's do this. Who's a better rapper, Chris Brown or Drake?
Drake.
Okay, who's a better singer, Chris Brown or Drake?
Chris Brown.
Who's a better performer, Chris Brown or Drake?
Chris Brown. And in terms of dancing, but in terms of show, because I've been to a Drake concert.
Okay,
I've been to a Chris Brown concert.
Bro, I feel like you're a little biased, bro.
Bro, I'm a big Chris Brown fan. You know
I feel that. I know you're a big Chris Brown fan, but I feel like you biased.
I'm not being biased. I'm biased of both, bro. I'm telling you, Drake is just
yeah, but it's something about. I think, man, the fact that you've kind of grown with Drake and you've like felt like you've identified every state, because it's like you and Drake were faraway buddies or something else like that, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all like. y'all like were cool, but y'all ain't know each other. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's a parallel that you have within yourself.
It's
But
not,
I
bro.
ain't gonna get into that, man. Hey, look, I'm pretty. This all I'm gonna say. These are gonna be bad memories for Drake. It's gonna be bad.
Drake's a freaking billionaire, bro. Nobody's worried about that.
I feel you, but I'm
Them
pretty.
dudes not worried about that at all.
Oh, I know it's the boost. It's the boost hip hop because hip hop is down. Like I think they said like 30 or 40%. That was like 2 years ago. No
Man,
telling where it's at now.
it was cool. Like I like Kendrick Lamar, and the thing about it, bro. I honestly feel like Kendrick Lamar did have the better diss Euphoria until he should have stopped there, because when he did that Meet the Grams and to find out all of it was fabricated, it kind of took away from anything else. But if he would have stopped it, because Euphoria was good, like that is like it's catchy and it's like, oh dang, bro, you just got dissed on a Cali type song. And then but Euphoria was the actual diss, like you getting dissed. And then Drake did Family Matters, which he should have stopped there, because unbiased. I feel like I'm being unbiased in this, but I feel like I'm being unbiased.
Click.
But I feel like Family Matters is one of those things, one of Drake's songs that are probably like aged really well, because people are overlooking. I don't know, they overlooking it. It's really a, to me and to a lot of people, not just Drake fans. To me, it's it's like a really good diss song if you listen to it, and not just listen to like this ain't hitting like that. But if you, cause this is the thing, and I hate that we even brought this up, but I gotta spin it, because I was talking to a coworker, and I came to the realization. I was like, people just don't like Drake. It's okay to not like him. Listen, it's okay to not like him, but you got to be real with yourself. You got to admit what's something good. As a Drake fan, I can admit that Euphoria was a good diss, and like that was a good song. I can admit that Meet the Grams was cool until you feel like it was fake and it was kind of weird. And then but like Kendrick held his own. I can admit that. But people saying Drake just didn't do nothing, like, oh my God, Drake got watched. No, he didn't get watched. Listen to Family Matters. The man rapped on 3 different beats, 3 different songs. Anyway, people can say what they want. It's over. I do feel like Kendrick had the better diss with Euphoria, but I do feel like Drake came and kind of made it. If you take out everything else except Euphoria and Family Matters, it's like neck and neck.
Man, the man got mopped, man. But I feel you, though.
Man,
I feel you.
You just got you one of the people who just Drake hate. You just Drake hate,
bro. I've told you before, man.
Cap. Keep
I've
going. Let's
you,
keep the show rolling. Cap.
Hey, all I'm saying,
Drake.
This is one of them bad memories that Drake gonna have. And speaking of bad memories,
these people freaking billionaires, man.
I hear you. Bad memories. You tell me billionaires don't have bad memories?
That man not about this. That man gonna be sitting on an island on a boat saying, "Dang, that was a cool little situation I had with Kendrick, counting his billions." Come on, man. Let's be for real, bro.
I'm just saying, bro.
If they cared that much, Drake, somebody would have pulled up on somebody. They would have fought. They don't care that much.
Man, what? You messed up my segue into the next topic.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Man, so this is probably going to be by far one of the best memories in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Or it might be one of the worst memories in hip hop. But I think we all got pretty bad memories. So, man, what is your worst memory that you got? And be real for the people, because the people gonna know if you skip it off the top.
Be real, bro.
Be real, bro. And don't tell us about the haircut situation that you had with Sid said, God.
I did that to myself. You
did. I remember that.
I had a worse haircut than that. But, worst memory. I mean, off the top, I was bullied in middle school.
Oh,
So,
okay. I feel you.
but not just. But now as a counselor, I know there's a difference between bullying and picking. So,
Okay.
picking is like, every other day I might say, "Dang, bro, your fat head self," or something like that. That's picking. It's not constant. Bullying is constant. It's like I'm going out of my way to pick on you. I'm not just saying something to you in class. I'm like in the hallway, I'm messing with you. In the bathroom, I'm messing with you. Every
I'm
day.
leaving homeroom to come and say something to you. Yeah.
When I see you, I'm saying something to you. Picking, the person that's picking on you might see you in class, might say something to you, might not. Might say something to you after class. Might not even say nothing about you or to you for another 2 weeks. But they're just a person that picks on you. And then bullying is consistent. But instead of, when I say bullying, like I mean like physically assaulted bullying. Like I was jumped. I wouldn't say jump, but I got hit a few times for no reason.
Oh, I ain't know this. What's going on? Tell me this.
And South Jackson's crazy, bro.
Oh,
So
yeah, boy.
there was one time. I mean, I could tell you every time. The first time was we had a teacher, and South Jackson, just middle school in general. You have the boys who think they're popular, think they're hard, think they're game bangers, right? And these two dudes had got in trouble in class, and the teacher asked me to take the referral to the office. This is the first time, and I think about this a lot because I had set myself up for a tumultuous middle school career in terms of my social, I guess you could say, ranking or interaction with other teenage boys at that school. So, and I a lot played into it, but she asked me to do that, and they were like, bro, just throw the referral away when you go to the office. I'm like, nah.
Bro, how am I supposed to do that, bro?
Because I mean, I could have. Nobody was with me. I literally took it to the office myself. I could have dumped it in the trash or something. But I was just like, nah, y'all suck. Y'all gonna get this. Dudes, they kind of did used to pick on me, and so they get called to the office, and they look at me like, and they make some threats like, I'm a still on you. I'm a beat you up or something like that. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Explain what still on you mean, because it might be some listeners that ain't from the culture.
Still on you means I'm gonna punch you in your face.
Yeah, when you get stole on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna punch you in your face, and that was real big around that time in middle school.
Yeah,
it was all still on you. It would never fight. It was I'm still on you. So I really didn't pay no mind to it. I just like, okay, whatever. And so after school, when the bell rang for dismissal, I'm walking across the ground. I'm walking across the yard. And I was in South Jackson, Witten Middle School, which is now shut down.
Yeah,
but
sad.
So I'm walking and I see them like, and I'm just like, I forgot about it. And they look at me and they like approach me like in the middle of the yard, and so they're like, "Why you turn that paper in?" Bro, you laughing at the worst memory, bro?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
He cold blooded, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at how you said it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, I'm gonna finish my story. They just like, "Why you turn the paper in?" You know what I'm saying? You could have just threw it away with him. I'm just like, nah, y'all, I was like, nah, y'all deserved it or something like that. And then, out of nowhere, a dude sneaked me. And then the other dude sneaked me, and then they took off running. So And people. I mean, it was a dismissal, so a lot of people saw that.
Yeah.
So they were like, "Oh, what?" And so that was the first time. The second time was this is what I say I set the precedent because I didn't defend myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking to the bus and I hit I kind of like hit puberty late. I'm
Mm-hmm.
small, so I'm short and chubby, whereas the other boys were kind of a little taller, a little muscular.
They had their shoulders.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was kind of scared to defend myself because outside of my family, I had never been into a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and I hate that. And I definitely, off the sidetrack, I'm definitely not gonna let my boys go through that.
Mm-hmm.
You
Facts.
swing, you lose, but you fight,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna fight back.
Yeah.
But I was walking to the bus. And this was completely random, no interaction with these dudes. And two dudes just sneaked me, you know, walking to the bus, and everybody like, one time you need to defend yourself. And I'm just like, I don't know how to defend myself, or not. I don't know how, but I'm scared to defend myself because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I get to a fight.
I might get started and not stop.
I might kill these dudes.
Oh,
That's how I felt.
yeah, I feel you.
I might kill these dudes. That's the type of stuff I was battling with in middle school. So and I had an imagination on me because I was the oldest. A lot of the times I had to do stuff on my own, so I was creative.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No telling what I could have did with what I had around me.
Right.
So, but them guys, they knew my cousin. My cousin was gang affiliated. So I told him, and he handled that situation. And so, that was one time. Then I played football, and the guys were trying to pick on me in the locker room, and one of them ended up, trying to pick on me and stuff. But I like threw my helmet at him or something. Kind of got tired. I kind of got just tired of it. And then one of the last times was I was waiting on my mama after school, and it was just like this random. It seemed like a random kid. It didn't even seem like a kid that went to our school. He was just like hanging out, around the building. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm finna go sit inside. And while I'm walking inside, this guy coming like hits me.
Like sneak you again, like wrap you in your face, or
Yeah.
oh shoot, oh.
Yeah, he just comes and hits me, and I'm just like, I can't remember too much after that. I just remember how he looked, and that's where I started developing all these like fears and anxiety around waiting for my mom after school. I would get so irritated because it felt like the teachers didn't care. They were gone once the bell rung.
That was out of there.
It just felt like they was gone. Nobody was out there, and I actually feel that way about my job. You know what I'm saying? So the kids are a little different. They ain't too much gonna pick on somebody. But I just those are the worst memories that I could think of. And it made me who I am today, and it sounds bad, but I feel like God allowed me to go through that because I needed some hardening,
Gotta get that dog in you.
because mom and dad was divorced, and even though I saw my dad, had a great relationship with my dad, I guess it wasn't enough per se. Because when I told my dad it happened, I mean, he was mad. Like, he was mad. And he asked me why I ain't defend myself and stuff. And mama trying to press charges and all that. And the first time it happened. And that's a memory that I hold to this day, and I always think to myself, if I ever have to if I ever get into a situation where I got to defend myself, like I'm not doing that again.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm
We getting right.
win or lose, I'm gonna do what I got to do. And I'm
Right.
not even that type of person, but I can't. I mean, now I got kids, I got a wife. I can't allow that type of stuff to go on. So, yeah, bro, those are the worst memories that I can think of. I mean, I grew up in lower middle class, and there's definitely some situations around money and food and stuff like that. But when I think about something traumatic that kind of pivoted my some of my development, I think about that. I think about that. Think about that a lot.
I appreciate that, bro. Man, I want the listeners to know too that so if you just jumping on for the first time, me and One Tape been knowing each other since we were like 10. So we 20 years into a friendship, but we also you go to college, you know what I'm saying? You go off in different colleges and you have your own different experiences and everything else like that. So it wasn't until a couple years ago when I got married and I wanted One Tay to be one of my best men, is that we kind of started back talking like on a regular basis. So a lot of these stories y'all hearing for the first time, like I'm hearing for the first time. And I ain't gonna even lie to you. Me and my dog was kind of just alike in middle school. And we was probably together. We probably could have ran the table, but you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. But man,
Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing that, bro. Man,
Yeah,
the
bro.
worst memory I got, bro, man, elementary, man, was trash.
What?
Elementary was trash, man.
Bro, it was lit as hell, bro.
Nah, it was lit for you. It wasn't lit for
You
me.
talking about before 5th grade?
The light was out. Light
Before
was clean out.
before
Man,
5th grade?
I got so many memories in, I ain't gonna even call out the name, in that elementary school, bro.
Man.
People suck, bro. That's all
Man,
I can
bro.
say. Little kids suck. It
Bro,
ain't even the teacher.
call it out,
Nah, bro, man, they already shut down a lot of schools in Jackson. They ain't trying to aid in the next one, dog.
They
You know what I'm
not,
saying?
they're not finna shut down Span. It's right there. Ridgely borderline.
Oh, they got to keep that joint open.
Yeah,
I wish you would try to show
we gonna
it.
take this one. We gonna take this one if y'all try to close this one. It's
On
right there.
everything.
It's up the street from Jackson Academy.
Hey, we throw our hands, and that's on that, man, bro. But elementary, bro, was being a husky.
Hate the word, bro.
Yeah, bro, I hate that word too.
Husky Gene size husky.
Being a husky kid in elementary, man. Hey, bro, I'm trying to tell my
Right, bro.
story, bro.
My bad, bro.
Being a husky kid, bro. Bro.
My bad,
Man,
bro.
I was sensitive, bro. I was sensitive when you was telling your story, bro. Let me spin, bro.
You laughed at me, bro.
Bro, being
okay.
Being an overweight child, bro, in elementary, bro, it was either two things. Either folks really didn't mess with you, or that's all folks did was mess with you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, like, and some of this stuff was like self-inflicted. Like, I remember one time, man, I was in second grade, bro, and man, there was this foul smell that just showed up, and it was just this foul smell. It wasn't me. Somebody had broke wood. Somebody had cut the cheese, and it was in my vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
And so, as a big dude, people automatically think that you always stink for some reason. Like, bruh, I didn't bathe. I didn't, man, I used to hold my gas. Because that's the last thing you want to do is pass gas and be portly. The last thing you want to do around these little kids. Because little kids, bro, they ain't got no filter yet.
Mm-hmm.
And man, all I knew was this smell arose. And this little girl behind me, if I ever see her, I'm gonna triple up. Man, I don't know, bro.
No.
Man, bro, I think I do know what it is, bro. I don't want to call out no names. Matter of fact, it just came back to my memory. I know exactly who it was.
Oh.
Man, but anyway, nah, bro.
Put it in the chat, bro. Put it in the chat.
Man, it arose, bro.
Put it in
And
the
all
chat,
of a sudden,
bro. We're gonna put it in the chat.
bro, I'm trying to get this story off though.
Bro.
And the smell arose, bro. And all she said, Jason. I'm like, man, that was... I'm like, man, I'm innocent, bro. I didn't do that. And then the teacher, who was also trash, I remember her too.
Who?
She taking lights out, bro. I'm not
Who?
getting into who the who is.
What grade
bro.
was you in?
Man, it was second grade, bro.
Oh, I'm on this fan then. I'm on this fan.
No, bro. I tell you off the camera, man. This teacher,
Put it in the chat.
man, this teacher, bro, take out this big, huge can of Lysol. First of all, where you get that industrial size can of Lysol from?
You eat your money.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Where you buy that from? You know what I'm saying? You went to Sam's and got the 3-pack or something. Man, she started, Lysol and all the kids. Darn near killed all of us up in there. And like, bro, it's like, and then I hate when, man, these little jokers, man.
Somebody must boo boo.
Man, I don't know who did it, bro. But man, it was like, and then she say that, and then 3 rows to the front, somebody said, I smell it too. And then that's gonna just say, man, y'all don't even smell nothing up in here, bro. Y'all trash, bro.
Ew, Jason.
And they point at me, and you know, I'm already a little sensitive. So I'm trying to hold back tears. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the last thing you want to do is cry. You know what I'm saying? You big, you stink, and you cry. Man, they gonna tear you up, dog. So that was my second grade memory.
Horrible.
Man, and I think in that same year, bro. Nah, this was 5th grade, bro. Man, I think it was like we was having a story read to us or something. And I've always been a little self-conscious because again, I try to get to places first so I can pick my seat, right?
Yeah.
I can pick my seat so I can establish my joint where I'm sitting at. You know what I'm saying? Now I just do that because
basically sit on the outside.
I always sit on the outside because I like to be able to maneuver when I want to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so I like to establish that now because I am who I am. Because you know what I'm saying? I'm the cheat code. You dig what I'm saying? So so man, it was story. It was story time, and I think I had to go get something. And so the kids were already.
The story's still going on?
No.
It's a different story.
This is a different story. So they was like, all right, it's story time, but I think I had to go to the restroom or something. So everybody already sitting down. You know what I mean? And there's, you know how when everybody's sitting down in like the semicircle or whatever, it's like that, it's really no room for you to get in. Like it's a space, but it ain't big enough for you. So, hey, bro, chill, bro. You doing a lot of cackling, bro.
I'm just happy to be back on the pod, bro.
It ain't really enough space for a little chubby kid who is by far who is a little insecure. That's why he wanted to make sure he got his seat first.
Yeah, bro.
On the end, outside. That way when I get up, because I can't just hit my feet and then just pop up. I gotta roll, get on my knees, plant myself, and then get up. Bro, everybody do it, bro. Just chill, bro. And
I used to be jealous that I couldn't like pop my feet up under me.
Yeah, bro. I couldn't, man. Look, I'm still trying to.
I can't do it.
I'm still trying to do it. I best around tear ACL trying to do that, man. But man, I was like, all right, so I come back, and bro, it ain't nowhere to sit. So
you had to sit in between somebody.
Nah, dog, I ain't even do that because the fear and the anxiety was killing me. I was like, man, because if I say, hey, can you scoot over? Ooh, Jason, you big. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that in my head, bro. Like, you can't sit here. It ain't enough room for you. You know what I'm saying? And then you created an uproar in the classroom, and then everybody looking at me. I literally asked you in silence, hey, can you slide over? And then you say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Kids trash, bro.
Yeah.
So, man, I see this desk. And me, with my cool self, didn't just want to sit at the desk. I sat on top of the desk. And you know them old JPS desks, dog.
Yeah.
They just made for schoolwork, dog. They ain't made for the extra credit that I was about to apply to it. Man, I sat on that desk, dog, and everything was cool. Had my little feet swinging and everything. I'm still a pretty tall kid, but my feet swinging or whatever. And then all of a sudden, man, just out of the blue, the screws that make sure the desk don't hinge, I guess decided that they were gonna I'm gonna call it a career. I'm just gonna say I'm out of here. Man, that desk hinged, and what made me so mad, bro, is the desk hinged only on one side. And so it was like it made a slide, and I just slid down. Again, bro, teachers are not all teachers, but this teacher was trash. Oh. She literally made me pick up that desk, and she said, "Jason, take this desk to the janitor." Nah, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Store stopped. Everybody was looking at me, and all I could do was just take that desk and struggle my way to that old janitor that used to be at JPS. And I had to take it back there where all the other old desks went to die. And bro, when I tell you, my guy was back there trying to fix it with he tried to pull something my daddy used to do. He had coat hangers and stuff trying to get that joint together, and I just left, dog. I just left, and when I came back, that was the worst. I wish I could have just left school. Cause when I opened back up the door, store stopped again. Everybody. And I said, bro, it was them silent stares. So I just kind of hit the little shoulder lean on the desk on the shelf and just looked at the rest of the store. And man, that's by far, man. I got middle school joints. I got all them joints. Man, we got joints, bro. We got joints, bro. Man, we got hits. We got hits after hits, bro. Man, it's. But though, when I think about those times, bro, they are funny now. Mm-hmm. But in those moments, man, that was some of the most, man, like kind of gut wrenching experiences, because it's like, man, you just don't know how you gonna be rescued. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know how you gonna get up out of this thing. Yeah. But I do tell you one thing. One way how you is gonna get out of town is with K&T Transit. K&T Transit, 15 passenger vans, rentals. It's cool and clean and ready to go. Let me see. Let me get the. I had the number right here. Now I got it. Here it is, right here. So if you ever want to book K&T, if you mention MLU the show, you get $25 off. K&T Transit, 601-502-7778 or 601-624-4306. Make sure you tell them MLU sent you. K&T Transit. But man, and through those times, man. Shout out to Big Bro. Hey, shout out to Big Bro, man, for putting us on. Man.
Inspector Ben. Just me and my mans.
Hey, we need to make. Hey, we need to make a little song for him. A little jingle.
Mm-hmm. Gotta put my UK accent on.
No, man. But man, it was in those times, man, when you going through those things. It's like, man, like even I do think kids understand the concept of God, but I think you understand them differently when you get older. But even in those times, you like, man, God, why I'm going through this? I'm sitting at the bus stop. I'm sitting waiting for my mom, just trying to go home. God, why you allowing me to go through this? God, I just want to listen to Horton Hears a Who. Horton Hears a Who. For Dr. Seuss. And for some reason, And for some reason,
it's a different hue. What kind of color?
and for some reason, the good Lord, you just allowed this screw to just fall out this desk. Was this to make me better, or was this for MLU that I would start with my best buddy 20 years from now? I don't know what it is, but I do know this, man. I do know God always delivers, and that is what we're gonna be getting into today. To even get more personal and more vulnerable, I myself have been going through mental I wouldn't say mental health issues, but I've been dealing with anxiety. I've been dealing with depression. I've been dealing with certain things, man, based upon the kind of circumstances that my life is in right now. Like I'm a full-time graduate student while being a full-time dad, while being a full-time husband, while working full-time. And if we don't watch it, and we talked slightly about this in our welcome back video, and if you haven't listened to that, you should go back and check it out. We talked about have in life where we have so many things like on our plate. And it's not that we have overloaded ourselves sometimes, but it's just the fact that these are the things that we want to go to another level in life. Like my master's degree would help me in the future. You know what I'm saying? My job is helping me obtain certain hours that I need for my license. But it's in those times where sometimes we can get lost in the forest of distractions, in the high grass of expectations, like in just the overwhelming aspect of what life is. But I wanted to do our first episode on the fact that God delivers. Like there hasn't been a time in your life that God hasn't swooped in and made the necessary play, quote unquote. He's always made certain adjustments or allowed certain things to happen for your growth. Once just told a story about him, and truth be told, man, like I don't like throwing the assault word out a lot, but that's basically what was from what I hear was
that's what it was, yeah.
What was going on. And as a 11, 12, 13-year-old kid, you shouldn't have to worry about things like that. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to be going through things like that. But I know God in his sovereignty, and I know God being in control, that there always was a plan. But now the trouble is when we're in things and God and like God is working. Like it's tough. It's tough being in storms, knowing that you have God, but not being able to touch him or to get to him or not being able to trace him. And that is the development in our faith. Even when you can't hear me or see me, know that I'm around. Like my boys, we both got sons. And even though we're not around them right now, even though we're not like in their presence, like they know that we're here. Like they know that whatever dad is doing, like he's around. And when I think about my boys, that's the type of confidence I want in God. That's the type of confidence that I know has been built in me, and I know to the listeners, that's what God's doing to you. So I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if it's addiction. I don't know if it's anxiety, depression, self-esteem, self-confidence. I don't know if you're going through things at the job, if your marriage is kind of rocky, if you struggling with your kids. But just know that God delivers. And God delivers in two ways. I used to always tell my wife that God provides, but he does it in two ways. So God provides in sufficiency and God provides in abundance. But God also delivers in two ways. God delivers in two ways. God will either rescue you from your situation or he'll refine you in your situation. Y'all want a little bit about it. I got you. So in Matthew 14th chapter, 22nd through the 33rd verse, there's a storm going on. As a story. The disciples are trying to get to the other side of this river. Jesus tells them, "Hey, go on, get to the other side, and then y'all go ahead without me." And in the midst of doing what Jesus told them to do, right? Because oftentimes when God is directing us and things go bad, we start to like second guess, like, dang, did he really tell me to get in this boat? Oh, Jesus told me to go to the left, and I went to the and does he really want me to go to the left? Did I really hear that correct? And in the midst of all that, the storm begins to come, and it gets worse and worse and worse. And it even says in scripture, I think in the fourth watch, meaning like right before the sun was going to break, like real early in the morning, like it got even worse. So why would a God who loves me, why would a God who cares about me allow me to go through a storm where he ain't necessarily on the boat? Previously, there's a story about Jesus being asleep in a boat. And that we can all, pick on the disciples and everything. It's like that. Well, y'all had Jesus, why did y'all trip? Because we are human at the end of the day. We are like we are humanistic in nature, and faith for us doesn't come natural. Faith has to be built. Yeah. And faith is only built, and I don't really like this phrase, but it's true. Faith is only built through trials. You know what I mean? Faith is you have to be able to exercise that faith while you're going through. Because it's easy to believe Jesus when everything's sweet, right? It's easy to believe God, man, when the bank account full, when all the bills paid. You know what I'm saying? When the car ain't on E. You know what I'm saying? When there's food in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? When everything's sweet at the job. You know what I'm saying? When you getting promotions, when your business doing good, when your podcast blow up. Come on now. Y'all keep listening so we can make that happen. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to do that. It's easy to, you know what I'm saying, quote scriptures and be encouraged. But my dad would always say, you always in three phases in your life. You either finna go through a storm, you in a storm, or you coming out of the storm. One of those three every time. So these disciples was in the storm, man. And Jesus ain't on the boat. Jesus ain't out here. And in their fear, they thinking irrationally. They think it's so irrationally to the point that when they see Jesus walking on water, now keep in mind, God, big, Jesus done all type of miracles already. Whole water and wine, the folk love that one. They eat that joint up. You know what I'm saying? He done healed the sick. You know what I'm saying? He didn't put on the biggest fish fry ever. You know what I'm saying? And my God didn't even have a budget. You know what I'm saying? Like he was out there filleting it up and had extra for people to take with him. And in all these things, just like us, we have to recall who God is in the most of him. Like we have to remind ourselves of past situations where God has came through. Man, you know what I'm saying? God freed you one time. He can free you again. That situation that happened at the last job, he got you out of that.
This is the thing.
You can jump in. Yeah, no, you can jump in and walk at the time you walk.
Let you do your thing, bro. Let you do your thing, bro.
I feel you.
We have to be better about not getting caught up what we can see.
Facts.
So, and it's easier said than done.
Facts.
Because we're human, and we
Yeah.
are, apart from God. We, like you said, we have to build that type of
Yep.
that type of faith. And one thing that I know is that when you're going through it, when I'm going through it, and when I'm not going through it, my goal is to glorify God.
Right.
God,
That's
thank you
good.
for, even when the bank account, on
Look at
000,
look at Slim.
on 000, or even when the gas tank about to be or even when it just seems like ain't no way to get out of this.
Right.
I want to glorify God, because I think when you become conscious enough and you know what's going on spiritually, you can look back. I genuinely think anybody, no matter how bad their life has been, you can look back over your life as far as you can remember, and you can see times when God has provided and came through for you. Even as a kid, I think now I realize it even more because I'm an adult and I see what it takes to get things done, and maybe you have to reach out to people for help. My mom, just thinking like, we were poor. How did my mama? How was my mama would never say we was poor, but like, how was she able to get that stuff done? How was she able to pay for this, pay for that? And that's my mom's story. You know what I'm saying? But as a son, now grown, I know that my mom was doing what she had to do, but also that was God providing for,
That's right.
whatever it was. Because it's been some times. And I've had my times as an adult to this day. You know what I'm saying? And
come on.
And I try not to get sad, because getting sad just does nothing. It just does nothing, because it's a waste of energy. Big guy gonna come through. You
Big
just have
GOD.
you have to stay in prayer. If you stay in prayer during the storm, it's easier to see it through. But if you mope and feel sorry for yourself, and be honest, like, it happens. You feel sorry for yourself. You get in your feelings, but you have to get yourself out of it. One thing as a believer, if people listening, if you're a believer, or if you want to be a believer, your life does not change, or hardship, trials, and stuff don't change when you give your life to Christ. If anything, it get worse. And that's because now we're under construction from you used to depend on yourself. Now you got to depend on God. I want you to depend on me, because I'm going to come through for you. Even when it's down to the last 5 seconds on the shot clock, I'm the one that's going to make the shot, not you.
I'm 100 for 100.
I'm 100 for 100.
You know what I'm saying?
And things do happen. I think about, we shared the story, worst memory. I remember when I got to high school and I started coming to my faith and stuff, I knew that I was a little soft. Right? And I used that situation as a way for God to, maybe toughen me up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
you saw the God in it. You know what I'm saying?
I started to see it as something that could help me. As I got older, I'm like, why did I have to go through that? Why do these people call me all type of names and bad names and stuff like that? Now all that stuff has helped me be able to battle what I go through as an adult. Why wasn't I popular in high school? Being popular in high school means that you seek, from a mental aspect, you seek a certain level of validation and credit and attention as you get older. And then without it, you're lost.
And trust me, it's a lot of people that we know that peaked in high school.
Yeah, you peaked in high school, and nowadays kids are peaking in middle school. So, I used to think that, and then I got older and I started seeing the things that I can go without, that I see other people can't go without.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need to be around other people for a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to be outside the house to feel important.
Mm-hmm.
So anything you go through, there's something in it that God was using to make you better for future you, or his purpose, whatever, you know, that may be. You know what I'm saying? Now we can sit here and talk on podcasts because I mean, anybody can do podcasts obviously these days, but we share certain experiences from a different perspective.
Right.
And we're doing something different other than other podcasts doing.
That's right.
You know, they get on, have a good time. We have a good time, but we, you know, keeping it Christ centered and bringing everything back to Christ, because that's the only way you're going to get through this. Just seems like this horrible life on earth.
Facts.
That's the only way you're going to get through it. So,
and you said something, man, that was that was super dope. It's like you can't focus on necessarily what you're going through with your own eyes. And a scripture that I love to read is over there in Second Corinthians, and it's talking about living in now, but thinking beyond. And it says, therefore we do not lose heart, even though our outward man is perishing, yet the inward man is being renewed day by day. For our light afflictions, which is but for a moment. You know, we talking about memories. You know what I'm saying? We talking about you know what I'm saying, like elementary school and all these other things that we thought was gonna last forever. And it said it's working, but it's but for a moment, but it's working for us far more exceeding an external weight of glory. While we do not look at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporary. Like the things, bro, that you dealing with like right now, regardless of how long you've been dealing with it, are temporary. Like they are gonna come to an end one day. And I'm not just saying this for others. I'm saying this for myself. It's like one day, man, you're gonna get to the finish line of this situation and you're gonna be rewarded. Like no good thing God will withhold for those who walk uprightly. And so if you would just continue to endure it, and I know that's difficult and I know it's hard. Like believe me, bro, but God is slowly but surely shaping you into the person that he wants to be. To finish up the story, and y'all can go read, is Matthew 14, 22, 33. Jesus he walks on water. Peter says, "If that's you, let me come out there to you." Jesus, like, you know what I'm saying, what you waiting for? Step out the boat. You know what I mean? And they walk and they walk and they walk. Now keep in mind the storm never stopped. Keep in mind it's still treacherous out there. Like I don't know if y'all algorithm be showing like the North Sea when it be like when that joint be crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Jesus know who to call, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I would have been like the mother cat. I was like, nah, I can't even. You know what I'm saying? And he walks to Jesus, but the reason why he stays afloat is because he kept his eyes on Jesus. Again, the storm never stopped. The wind never ceased. Jesus last time said, "All right, y'all, storm, chill out." This time he said, "No, come to me. Walk in the midst of your storm towards the maker of the storm, the allower of the storm." And he walks and he walks and he walks. But then, just like us in life, those curveballs comes in our lives. The extra bill that we didn't think about, the extra assignment that you know what I'm saying, really can't think about. That thing on that project that you thought you had, you know what I'm saying, that you had whooped, just comes out of nowhere. And we turn our attention from Jesus onto our situation. And when Peter does that, he begins to fall. But Jesus saves him. He rescues him. And what I've learned, and while God, when we going through these paths and we trip up and we fall, like God isn't disappointed. You know, God a big God. God had already put in contingency plans for the times when you mess up, where the times you didn't believe. Like he sent his son when we were still in our mess to die for us while we were still in our mess. So he already took account for that. So that's one way God rescues. The second way, how God delivers, the second way is he refines. So real quick, in the book of Daniel, 3rd chapter, 1st through the 30th verse, is a pretty dope story. King Nebuchadnezzar makes these idols. And around this time, the refugees from not Babylon, but they've been kind of brought into camp, and Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they all kind of like out of 4 guys that, you know what I'm saying, kind of advanced, kind of come up. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego decide that they're not going to worship the God that King Nebuchadnezzar set up. So King Nebuchadnezzar, being the man that he was, say, man, bro, I done put y'all on. I done came here, gave y'all jobs. I done made y'all level up and everything else like that. And that's how y'all going to do me? That's how y'all going to be? So you know what? Anybody who, before y'all, who wouldn't worship the idols I set up, I was just going to put the furnace on high. But for y'all, I'm going to put it 7 times higher than that. So much so that the mighty men that had them bound, when they approached the fire, they died because they couldn't handle it. They threw, and you would think that, all right, well God is gonna come out of nowhere and put out the fire, or God's gonna come out of nowhere and shut the door to the flames, or God's gonna, but no. They even say in the story that even if he doesn't rescue us, he's still God. He still can. And so they're thrown in there, and they are sitting in there, and King Nebuchadnezzar comes near to the fire. He says to his other people, he says, man, did we not throw just 3 men into the fire? And that's important. That's an important point, because my brain says King Nebuchadnezzar was the only one who could see the 4th man, because he was the one that could make laws. And so God is getting to the people that can change laws. He ain't worried about the folk that just write on the paper, that just come up with the documentation. He want to get to the people that can change laws. And King Nebuchadnezzar looks in the fire, and he says he sees a 4th man, and he looks like the Son of God. He made the men fireproof. God got in the midst of the fire with the men until things changed, until God made things change. And from that day on, King Nebuchadnezzar changed the law and made a decree that they could worship that God, and everybody else is free to worship that God as well. So I say all that to say, and I say all these stories to say this to the cats that's out there listening. Man, I don't care what it is. And that's easier said than done. Trust and believe me. Whatever God has you in, whatever God has ordained you to be in, whatever thing you might think has a snare on you or getting the best of you or anything else like that, God is a rescuer. God is a deliverer. God is a refiner. And when you're being refined, it takes pressure. It takes heat. It and it takes time to do that. So we just gotta stay, and we gotta wait for God to deliver, because He always gonna deliver. He always gonna deliver. What you got, bro?
Just we gotta wait on them. You wait on them, and I mean, it put together beautifully, and it really ain't too much for me to say. But just know, you know, you gonna have tough times. They're gonna come. They're gonna go. It's all about, you know. I know we getting ready to wrap this episode up, but I really just want to harp on the fact that if you focus on God during your, how I want to say this.
Let's say it, bro.
I'm trying to think. It's easy to focus on God when things are good,
Facts.
but we need to do a better job. We meaning just the people in general need to do a better job of focusing on God when the storm is leveling up. When the storm is doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
When that joint kicking.
When it's kicking, and I really hate when I fail to trust God more than I trust my circumstances. Because what's up?
We need to do an episode on that too, because I think sometimes, man, we guilt ourselves, or we like punish ourselves, or we look at ourselves like, man, we fell in God when we don't believe.
I necessarily don't look at myself like that. I just want my faith to be stronger. I think about the mustard seed verse. And if you know how big a mustard seed is, it ain't big.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it takes. That's what God says it takes. Jesus says it takes. It takes something that small just to believe that stuff can change or be how you want it to be. How, you know what I'm saying? And I think as a people, as the followers of Christ, because tough times are gonna be had. You don't get through this life. I don't believe you get through this life healthy or with good things happening to you without believing in God, because worrying about stuff can make you sick. Being anxious about stuff can make you sick. It's almost like it's it's real mental health stuff, but it's almost like it's the enemy. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
The more you do it, the more you let it happen, the more he can use it against you.
Yep.
It's happened to me. Probably happened to you.
Absolutely.
Happened to our wives. You can see it. You can feel it. And it's just not something I want for anybody. When you're following Christ, you're gonna have situations. Whether it be financial, whatever. It's gonna have situations. Some situations are gonna happen so God is opening your eyes to see something you needed to see that you maybe were blind to. But he might be just putting you through the fire to make you stronger for him and for whatever you might face down the road. I chop it up to middle school, and I chop it up to growing up in a tough city, that and around tough people that allowed me to deal with certain things on this day. So I don't want to backtrack and get to going again, but you said everything. You said everything. Great message. So wrap it up, bro.
Let's get a prayer and we'll get on out of here, man. Lord, you're wonderful, Lord, and you're amazing, Lord. And you said in your word, Lord, that no good thing, Lord, that you'll keep from those who walk uprightly, God. So, Lord, we pray, Lord, that for the men that are listening in, Lord, for the people, Lord, that have tuned in, God, that you remind them, Lord, that you're still a deliverer, God. That you remind them, Lord, that all the things that are allowed, Lord, are allowed by you, Lord. Lord, you're a God and you're a king in control, Lord, but you're also a Father that's faithful, God. So, Lord, remember us, Lord, as we go down this road, Lord, as we enter into certain situations that are uncomfortable, God. Help us to lean on you all the more, Lord. Because, Lord, you are our source and everything else is a resource, God. So, Lord, whether it be on the job, Lord, God, whether it be in our marriage, Lord, whether it be within our children, Lord, whether it just be our own internal and mental things, God, Lord, you come, Lord, and you give us peace, Lord. You give us comfort, Lord. You strengthen us, Lord, and you favor us, Lord. Lord, I pray, Lord, that as this prayer hits the airways, Lord, as this prayer goes out, Lord, that you touch me and Lord, that they will be restored, Lord, that be restored back to peace, Lord, that be restored back to joy. Lord, just continually strengthen us and keep us, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
MLU the show for men like you.
The more you do it without God, the more you fail.
Facts. Chill.
Hey man, don't be stealing that's mine, bro.
All right, bro.
Hey, I got one question.
You stop recording?
No.
Oh, okay.
I ain't stop recording. I got a question.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Nah, what's up?
It's okay.
Bro, just ask it, bro.
Okay, how you feel?
How do I feel?
Yeah, about the episode.
I feel pretty
It
high,
doesn't
bro.
matter how you feel.
Man, man, we out, dog.
On them out. They talking slick in the city like they Billy Crystal. Couldn't afford the Applebee's, we had to eat the crystals. And the Mickey D's, and the Burger King. I'm feeling blessed now, just had a mini-me. And I know right now they ain't feeling me. And I know right now they ain't hearing me. And I won't ever stop, I got that energy. They throwing stones, I won't quit this for infinity. And beyond, ain't got no